going on, everybody? It's your boy Mitchell MB3 Brown, and I want to formally introduce you to the For the Creatives podcast. Welcome. It's been a journey. I know this is like my 100th podcast I've tried to make over time. I guess the reason why I keep starting and ending it and then coming back is because I'm kind of like fearful of it more so. It's like, oh, do I have enough to do a solo podcast by myself? Do I need a guest every week? Do I need a second co-host? But sometimes you just got to start. And I think that's the best way to kind of introduce this podcast on the concept of starting. But before we get into that, I just want to tell y'all that For the Creatives is going to be about music and entertainment. We're going to talk about a lot of different concepts and a lot of things that are going on. I hope to have a lot of guests on the show that can kind of give their insights. We're going to have some content creators. I hope to get some designers and we could talk about fashion. Maybe we get somebody to talk about cooking or politics. I don't know. But the thing is, I want to have a bunch of different platforms and a bunch of different people coming up to talk about these things because we want to talk about everything and we want to be engaged. And this is an unfiltered, off script podcast. I want to talk about everything and I want to be real, as genuine as possible with you guys. So I appreciate everybody that's going to join on this ride with me. And I'm just so excited to get started. But going back, the importance of starting and what does starting mean? Well, I kind of want to give a little bit of a story about starting for me and what that means in terms of content creation and just in life and the importance of starting something, even when you're unsure of it and you got to keep going. So I think the importance of starting really came from me in February when I was living in California this year. And also, side note, shout out to the Penn State Hollywood program again for allowing the boy to go to Los Angeles, California at the age of 20 years old and just learn and kind of be in the mix of just the limelight of what LA is. It was very weird to kind of be there. I know a lot of people have asked me about the experience, but it was truly a one of one experience. But it was one part of the experience that I haven't really talked to about with a lot of people because I've always said, yeah, it was great. Like it was a great learning experience. But in the midst of it, I kind of wanted to come home a little bit. And the reason why I wanted to come home a little bit is because part of me kind of questioned my talents and abilities because I felt like I was around so many great like-minded people who were the creatives of their family that wanted to go out and get it. And I kind of saw their drive and I questioned mine, which I know, imposter syndrome is a very crazy thing to live through and kind of be in that space. And I was feeling imposter syndrome a lot. But I think the thing that kind of changed it was just starting to have confidence in myself of just being like, yo, just go out there and get it. Like you're around a lot of people that are going out and get it. Work with these guys. Don't feel like you're beneath them. Like you got to go out and you got to find your own way and you got to find your own passions and own lane. And that was a really, really big wake up call that I kind of needed from my experience going forward. And I'm so happy that I got it because it kind of put me in the position of making this podcast now. And also going back to living in LA, that was such a time, bro. And even turning 21 out there, like my eyes were just open. I think it's kind of what Tyler the Creator said on "Call Me If You Get Lost" when you like when he got out his bubble, like his eyes widened up, and you saw the perspective, you saw the different change of scenery, and you saw more out there for yourself. And what I like about the West Coast a little bit is that the West Coast is so I feel like it's friendlier than the East Coast, low key. Like people on the West Coast, they're gonna talk to you about their ideas. Like you can bond with people over that. Like you can have different conversations. On the East Coast, nobody really care for like they're gonna talk to you about ideas, but I feel like it's a little bit easier to collaborate with people on the West Coast. And I was able to do that a lot over there. And that energy and that drive kind of forced me to say, yo, let's start something back home. My mission was to come home and be on the same grind, have the same wavelength. And also with that is like, I'm a couple months away from my senior year of college. like, and I've really been thinking to myself for the last few weeks, like, yo, you're about to be a senior in college. You want to do content full time. Like you want to talk about music and you want to talk about entertainment as a career, as a job. If you want to be a part of this full time and you're about to be in the real world, you got to go get it. It's time to go get it. It's time to be real and go out there and do the things that you want. So that's why we're starting this podcast. That's why we're doing all the things we're doing with content on Instagram. And also be sure to follow me on Instagram, social media platforms, all of that. And while you're watching, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with everything we got going on. I plan on doing a lot more with the channel as it is. I know I've been kind of like lacking in that sense, but I have been posting more on Instagram and TikTok. So, it still works out, but I still need to be on this platform a little bit more. But yeah, this was just a small little introduction to the podcast. I'm very excited, very nervous, but above all else, I'm just grateful to have the opportunity to do this and to be in front of this camera and share my opinions and thoughts with you guys. And I'm also very open to feedback and whatever you guys want to see on the show. So be sure to be in the comment section very, very actively. And I want to hear everything that you guys got going on. And I will see you guys for the second or first. This is kind of like the intro for the first episode of For the Creatives. And I can't wait. Thank y'all once again, and I'll see y'all next time.